All right, so we've now reached the area of our 20 factors where you have moderate control over them. So, targeting is incredibly powerful and important, and can make probably more of an impact than anything else on your success. The problem is it's in moderate control because not every brand and advertiser has the same access to targeting. It all depends on really a lot of your resources, your website, your brand, your built-in list, how many people know who you are. So big in terms of impact, moderate in terms of control. But I'm a huge believer in targeting and taking advantage of the benefits it provides. So let's talk about this. So basically, what we're talking about here is at the ad set level, you're going to determine your audience, right? So it could be custom audiences, locations, age, gender, language, detailed targeting, which is essentially the interests. The impact here, possibly the most important factor overall related to your success. I know I've seen big impact here. The best ad, you can have the greatest ad ever, right? Oh, you're so good at the creative and the imagery and using psychology and all that. But if it's targeted at the wrong people, don't expect it to work. Well, targeting isn't magical. Facebook can't force people to make actions. That's the thing. So you can also have great targeting, but you're not taking advantage of it because of everything else that you're doing wrong. And I see that happen a lot where people will blame Facebook for their lack of success, where the reality is they may not be targeting the right group of people, and they have all this other stuff going wrong from their end. And understand it's not only about whom you target, but when. Okay? So this is something that, I think is kind of a nuance that a lot of advertisers don't understand. But understand there's a time for cold, warm, and hot audiences, and you're going to talk to them differently. If it's a cold audience, you need to introduce them to something in a lot of cases. Whereas that introduction isn't necessary for a hot audience or possibly even a warm audience. Hot audience, they're fully aware of what you're all about. They just haven't completed that transaction for whatever reason. And we need to give them that final push to do so. So we're going to treat them all differently. There are many impacts that impact the quality of your targeting options, and that's really important. So the industry you're in, going to determine whether you even have the interests, for example, that are good for targeting. Customer base. So if you have a strong customer base where you're a well-known brand, been around for a long time, you may have a big email list, big website. Website's highly trafficked. Lots of people follow your Facebook page. All that stuff really helps. Business size too. Just in general, if you've been around for a long time, been doing business for a long time, people are going to know who you are. So the approach to targeting, cold audiences are best for top of the funnel. So you want to introduce your brand, your product or services or whatever it is. Cold audiences, top of the funnel, what we mean by that is usually just information. It should be blog posts, videos, free opt-in maybe even. But find the most effective interest audiences available to you for that top of the funnel. Keeps clicking ahead. Test lookalike audiences based on different sources. So don't assume that a lookalike audience based off of sales will be your best performing audience. Try different things. Lookalike audiences based on your website visitors, based on your email list, based on people who like your page, people who engage with you. But also don't chase likes, clicks, and leads in cheap countries. It can be intoxicating when you see these really low prices and high volumes of these things, but they may be actually complete waste. If none of these people end up buying anything, yes, I'm social proof, but that's it. You're buying social proof only. And it may not be worthwhile. Quality does matter. It's something, man, I just drill home over and over because I've seen it. I've seen how misleading some of these metrics can be. Quality is so important. So target cold audiences for the light actions. So things like clicks and views and engagement and awareness. But we're just trying to, at that point, find a base to make them into a warm audience. So warm and hot audiences, that said, will be the smallest. And as a result, we're probably going to spend the least amount of money targeting those people. These are the people most likely to act and convert based on the fact that they know who you are. They've been engaging with you already. They're showing buying signals. So they visited your website. They engaged with your Facebook page. They're aware of your business. And so they're the ones who are most active with your brand. They perform the actions that make them warm, that make them likely to buy. Focus on these people for your leads and sales. So when targeting warm audiences, examples of this would be a data file custom audience. So basically your email list in most cases. Page engagement custom audiences. So these are the people who have engaged with your page, engaged with your posts or ads in the past, or sent you messages, private messages on Facebook to your page. Watch videos, engage with posts, message your page. Website custom audiences, big one. These are people who visit your website, and it could be based on specific pages they've visited and actions they performed while on your website.